folks, how are you tonight? Hopefully you can see me. If not, I'll turn the old orange light on real quick to get some view. Over here to Finley Whirlpool, getting ready to grab my last load of the day. Then you know what time it is. It's Miller time. And I had got a new dispatch this morning from the dispatchers because whatever happened from yesterday's didn't work out. And so I'm rolling with that. Whatever, hadn't even left the house yet. I get a phone call from El Stonell, because you know she calls me and hooks me up when I need to with some things. So she says, hey, I'm like, yeah. She says, your last Finley got taken away. We had to give it to another driver, but we're gonna give you his. Do you have a crank handle? I'm like, obviously, of course I do. I always have them, and I actually have two because found one last week under one of the chassis over at the rail yard. So I snagged it and threw it in my side box because you never know when you're going to need stuff. So I'm going to get, ready to roll out here real quick, and I'm going to grab that so I can have that and, hook that up, because I'll get your eyes on that once we get out there. But, always got to have stuff. There was a guy that last week was, had ripped his airlines over to Campbell's, and he was sliding his tandems, ripped his airlines under his trailer, and he was just kind of frantic on the phone with his boss. So I walk over there and I say, I'm like, what's going on? He says, he ripped it. And I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing about it? I said, can you fix it? He says, no. I said, well, I may have some stuff. It's like, I'm on the phone with my boss right now. I said, okay, well, let me go up to the truck real quick and see if I got the stuff. Because I carry one of them little coupling things that you can just shove into airlines and then throw a couple, hose clamps around. And that's what I did. I ran up there, grabbed that for him, and we're rolling a little bit. We're just creeping. Let me stick you up here real quick and see what kind of view we got. Hopefully you're not too close to me, but you don't care, so I can talk to you. Well, that's kind of awful close, but whatever, I guess. So I run to the truck, grab the stuff for him, and I take it back to him. The hose clamps were kind of small. I said, you have a flathead? He says, no, I don't have a flat. I said, well, you're going to need a flathead for these hose clamps to be able to tighten them up. So I give him the stuff. I said, I'll be back. Ran up and did my stuff. Had to go grab a trailer. I said, I'll check on you on the way out before I leave. Make sure you're cool. Because if I had anything else, I'd give them to him. So come back through after I grab my trailer. He says, these don't fit. I'm like, okay. And then he had some hose clamps of his own, but they were huge. And he's like, these don't fit either. I said, well, I know I've got a couple other ones in my toolbox. Let me go see if they'd be the right ones. So I go get them. Well, he comes with me, and I give them to him. He brings me the old stuff of his big ones and says, do you want these? I said, no, I don't want them. Keep them just in case you need them sometime. I can always replace this stuff because I'm home every night. Go to the hardware, whatever, and just grab the stuff. Not a big deal. So I leave. He must have got it fixed, because by the time I come back 2 hours later, he was gone. So I'm like, cool. Go inside. I asked the girls, because I told them, I said, I'll give you my screwdriver, but once you're done with it, make sure you give it to the girls. I'm going to tell them you got it and, give it back to them. So go back in. She says, here's your screwdriver, and she throws it through the little slide window and stuff. I'm like, cool. She's like, man, that driver was so appreciative. I said, well, if not, they would have had a super bill, because somebody would have had to come out. Not to mention, he was blocking the lanes over there. So, everybody, it was a big old cluster, you know what. And, people couldn't get through. It was a big old mess. So I'm just like, man, I just try to get him out the way and get him rolling. So when I was done dropping my empty, I rolled around and I seen him sitting over in the dock, so I went over and talked to him. And he showed me his work and what he done. I said, everything good, holding air, not pissing any air? He says, nope, I'm good. I'm like, cool. So, wrote down the channel and stuff like that in my name. That way he could check it out if he wanted to, because that would have been something that, would have been cool for him to be able to see, but ain't no big deal. 24853. 538's the trailer that I'm getting. I think I might have passed it already. I don't know. But I got to drop this real quick, and then I'm going to hook up to that one. And I'll get your eyes on what I'm talking about, because I honestly can do this stuff with a screwdriver. I don't even need a crank handle. If you're lucky, you'll be able to throw a screwdriver in there, put it in a high gear, and just crank it. You just need something that'll grab that you can twist. You know, you might even be able to just crank it over with your wrist. It just depends, I guess. I've done different things to be able to get them up, so we'll see. Back in here real quick. Let's see what kind of angle you got over here. Get you on the mirror. We can watch me back up, which some of you guys have already seen this before because, well, I've been here before and I did a nighttime drop-in hook. So, if you go back through the videos, you can see that, well, got the old cream glasses on just like I did last night doing that orange cream pop tasting. Because, well, it was nighttime. Don't crank that too much. So the freaking container's sticking way out. I'm gonna whack it. Where are you at? Nope. Not gonna do it. A little bit too close here, boys and girls. There we go. That's a little bit better. Some of these places are super tight because, well, they parked the trailers ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, got her. Gonna be tear nothing up. Righty. That is what I am talking about. Let's go find this. He's blocking that way. Let's go around the other side. Dropped awfully high, I can tell you that much right now. Just from looking at it. Maybe he couldn't get under it and that was the issue. Or maybe that thing is broke. I don't know. Let's back up under here and go find out. Get the old trusty light out too while we're out there. Check out Sitchmigation. Because this is a Sitchmigation that we got to fix. Because she says, can you do it? I'm like, of course I can do this. You know, this thing's super high. Somebody with super tall 24s just cranked on it. I'm talking He-Man that thing. And well, these low pro 24s, them tall 24s I used to run probably would have got up under that a little bit, lifted it up. Maybe, I don't know. But these ones now not the same. So let's go look at this and see what we got going on here. Okay, that handle looks fine. So I don't understand what's going on. She said the handle was broke off. Maybe the landing gear itself is jacked up. I don't know. It's probably just because it's so freaking high. Let me set you right up here like this. Right here. see what we can do here. Get you right on that. Well, folks, I don't know what she's talking about because I just cranked that up, no problem. Threw it into high gear, cranked her a while until, you know, it started lifting. Then I threw it into low gear and gave it the business. Okay, I don't like that. That's not good. We're sitting on top of that, so I'm glad I seen that because, well, that's always get under there and check. So I got to rip that thing off real quick. Yeah, get that open and drop that down. So that could be sketchy. I'm actually going to get the crowbar out and do that because we don't need no accidents. And your boy don't need to get hurt because, well, I still got tomorrow to work. And they got Thursday and Friday off. So I'll stick you right here. See if you can watch. Let you watch. Yeah, that'll work. Good enough. Right there. Can you see it? Hopefully this thing don't drop down. I guess we'll find out. Alright, I guess now all I can do is pull forward some. And I guess we do got a situation here because, well, she said the landing gear was jacked, which it wasn't. And then this happened. So let's get up under here real quick. We're still not open, which is fine. We'll pull out real quick, just a skosh, and then see if it drops down and check it. So we do got issues. Not like we like them, but it's what it is. So let's get this. Of course you are. Talking dirty. Close this so we can watch the mirror a little bit. Okay, now we do got issues because this is not wanting to come out. Alright folks, well I'm going to cut you out because I'm going to have to mess with this here and see what's going on. I may have to crank it back down to where all the weight's not on my lock jaws and stuff. So once I figure out what's going on and get this figured out, I'll bring it back and we'll talk about it. So until then, you know what we say. Well, I got it, folks. A little jerking around doesn't kill anybody. Had to give it a little bit of the biscuit, but everything's good now. We're locked in there the way we need to be, so not worried about losing anything. Had to crank this down just a little bit. Well, take some of that weight off. Then I just jammed on it. Went in there, just jammed on it. So that's what that is. Let's see if we can get it up. Get up. This is hard to do with you in one hand, so let's go right here. Well, that's that. So I guess I'll have to contact the dispatcher tomorrow. Tell her to make sure that when somebody calls in, to give them all the information and not just say the crank handle was broke off, because that wasn't broke off. And I guarantee they didn't send somebody out here to fix that. So, you know what time it is. We doing it. So until the next time, always make sure you're checking your stuff, because you won't want to be that guy that drops a container or trailer somewhere holding up the line with some broke stuff. So until next time, you know what we say, we will see you.
Mm-hmm.